I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about Mr. Eisenberg's portrayal of Ric Flair, and yeah, it was pretty bad. And no, people are not picking on him for no reason. I was in the theater, people were literally laughing, and I could even hear somebody go, "What the hell?" So yeah, it was not. It was an accurate impersonation. I can't call it impersonation, acting. But here's the deal. When Flair was cutting those promos, it was 1984, 83. That was the era of Dallas and Dynasty and the stock market, Wall Street, and it was all about making money, and it was about showing off what you had. And Flair played that up in two different dimensions. On the one hand, his being a braggart and a over-the-top, ridiculous braggart, well, it made him a bad guy in front of fans' eyes, and it helped draw money. It helped sell tickets because you wanted to see the Von Erichs and Dusty Rhodes and everybody else kick Flair's ass. And then you had the other side of the coin where people got behind it because they thought it was funny, because here's this crazy over-the-top guy living a life that, to be honest with you, was like that Joe Namath. Well, Joe Namath was not that obnoxious, but it was that type of life that a lot of guys and, younger men, teenagers, and even older men wanted to be. So Flair was popular with them, making him a bad guy that fans either wanted to see get his ass kicked or they wanted to cheer him on. And that sometimes led to some crazy stuff in the audience. Yeah, I've seen fights break out in the Philly Civic Center during Four Horsemen matches back in the day. In Texas, Flair had his fans for sure, but they were they were mostly behind the Von Erichs, and it was a pretty dynamic feud, made a lot of money. That portrayal, well, it's kind of weird. It's hard to duplicate it without having Flair's edge, and I don't understand why they just didn't cast Flair in it and do a Robert De Niro and de-age him. You might as well have done that, and I think that would have been. I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about Mr. Eisenberg's portrayal of Ric Flair, and yeah, it was pretty bad. And no, people are not picking on him for